Falcons soaring in the upper air of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. One does take to the skies before kickoff. That's the mascot, Freddy the Falcon. Down at ground level, it was a cauldron of Falcons also taking flight. Out of the tunnel and onto the field here in Atlanta. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. Leading the Dolphins sideline, head coach Mike McDaniel. These guys trying to stop hovering around 500. They come in 4-3 to this one. Across the field, that's head coach of the Falcons, Raheem Morris. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. On the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Tate Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. A little burst so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. Well, here the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
On second down, Robinson. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He sits down inside the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And it's almost ended worse, but it's a yard. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
At the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Play fake. Penix. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
They'll throw, third and long. Gets this one to London. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Drake London with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Young Wei Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. Eskridge to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
Still 10 to go, second down now from the 23. They send Hill right. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Inside the 5. Chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out first and goal. Here's Robinson. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Trying to work quickly now.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
There's another 4. He's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they saw him at the 2. Now the Dolphins offense call a timeout. It's their first.
A gain of 1 yard on
And
the
after
play.
using an early
It's
one,
now
2 left for him to
3rd
spend.
and goal.
Robinson. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one. And the effort brings up 4th down.
Taken down.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal.
Field goal.
Only a 20-yarder here.
20-yard attempt.
Koo able to put it through. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Dolphins
What a
nothing.
season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Eskridge on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
To Devon Achane.
Break the huddle. It's 2nd down
Taking
now.
down back at the 20-yard line.
Tua now from the gun. Oh, look at this. From the lowers hits. The ball is out. The Falcons bring it in. Well, they certainly went the wrong way after they recovered it. But that play net positive as they're going to take possession.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Bradley
Working quickly here.
brought down back at the 45-yard line.
We'll go play action. Here's Penix. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Flush out now to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Trying for it with Penix. Well, is caught by the back. And it's a quick stop there before he can do anything with it. That tackle forces the turnover on down. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake.
The 1st down pass. He was brought down by Caden Ellis.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Dolphins dealing with 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Still on his feet. It's a big strike to him. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins making a 1-score game before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than it's designed, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down, and he can catch a run, especially with the elite athletes in that position in this league, big plays follow.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down to the opposite side of the 50. He'll set it down for him from the 46. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense working quickly. Robinson again here on second. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Cool on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Dolphins 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Eskridge on the return. Ooh, poor effort there. He only gets it to the 15 before he's taken down.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10. They'll start the drive with A-Chain. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. Got second and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Maybe lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Second down carry for A-Chain. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
The line is spread. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Third and long for him here. Oh no, Haskins on another one! But the Dolphins able to track that one down and come through some crisis, at least momentarily averted. Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Morris sending his Falcons offense back to the field. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a field right up the middle. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
Zach Sealer on the stop. 4 yards on the
to the air with Penix.
2nd and 6. At the 24-yard line.
He's brought down at the 30, right near that line of game.
Complete to Bijan Robinson.
Just before halftime, get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. And they're going to throw. No spike. Trying to catch him off guard. Now he's throwing deep down that side of the field. That one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. So a 2-score game here at the breaks. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. Keeps on Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game.
17. Dolphins 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Falcons on offense. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses. But things looking better now as they've got this lead. Penix now on first down. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing Penix. He's got it deep downfield. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 9-point advantage. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game.
Falcons 24. Dolphins 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Eskridge on the return. Escapes the defender. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. Wow, it's free again! And this is going to be Falcons football!
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time, their critical body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create.
And they will score. Touchdown Atlanta. The Falcons grow their lead on the turnover. Drake London with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead.
31. Dolphins 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. With a gun, turn the right off. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. They got 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Penix looking to pass. He misfired on that one. unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Brings up third down and 10.
To the air on third and long. Oh, man, he's in the clear. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense in the hurry up now.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled on the play by the first rounder out of Michigan, Kenneth Grant. Penix on the move, headed right. Going deep towards the end zone. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and give close on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. His fourth receiving score of the game. And that is his fourth touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Kudo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game.
Dolphins 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros?
And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it down. The crowd begins with a rough first step there. That's opening up second down. Completed over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that field. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
10 at the 38-yard line.
You set it down for him at the 38. Not first down. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this complete to Westbrook again. And he's standing up to get this to the opposing 46.
17 more yards. That's another Dolphins first down.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Dolphins who have the ball, hoping they can flip the script because this game has been a nightmare for them so far. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Just a yard left to go on second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's a chance from the pistol. And he's going to be brought down to the 35-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's another Dolphins first down. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Dolphins trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Throwing to the back of the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Intended for
After that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after that.
Don't look at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Falcons cover off the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
That's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Find a way to flush this because it's just not been that kind of game.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Robinson on the inside gig. Makes a tackle. He's still going. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock. Down inside the opposing 30. Gotta hurry this to the line.
10 yards. And the Falcons.
Oh, Brock, look at this. You set him to throw it. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against him.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it
3rd down. It's Penix. And he gets back to the line, but no more. So now on 4th down, the Falcons elected to send young boy Koo after the field goal. First field goal was good. His 2nd look from inside of 45 yards. Koo able to put it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of the ship. He's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Eskridge on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be a 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Tua now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Down, they need 7.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
A throw, 3rd and long. Loses it again. And the Falcons scoop it up. And the defense pulls on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win.
As quarterback, you just cannot play it fast and loose with ball security because those defenders, Kate, on the other side, they practice all week to rip and tear and claw at that football. He gave it away, and even worse, he watched him return it for 6.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
48, Dolphins 20. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
Two months in, and the NFL is as unpredictable as ever. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando. This is your weekly recap for Week 8. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Foxborough? The Patriots at home to take on the Cleveland Browns. And this is Jerry Jeudy. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Chargers just keep on rolling. They are now 8-0 as they get the win. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And it's a big play by the Bengals defense. They force the fumble, ball's loose, and then the presence of mind to scoop it up, and he wants to score. He will. Touchdown. The Bengals move their mark to 7-1, looking good as they get the win. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.